Have you ever wondered what truly makes people respect you? It's not wealth or status. It's the habits and values you show every day. The Stoic philosophy highlights simple yet powerful principles that help you build a life not just respected, but also admirable. These habits don't just change how you see yourself, they change how others see you too. These aren't empty tips, they're insights that can make a huge difference in your life. If you want to know how to become a person others truly respect. 1. Helping others. Helping others? You think that's just a small thing? No way. It's more powerful than we often realize. Sometimes a simple act, a gentle question like, "Are you okay?" or a sincere gesture can make all the difference. And you know what's strange? When you truly help someone, you're the one lifted up first. A feeling of relief, a bit of warmth, and suddenly you feel full of meaning. People often think of helping others as a burden, but you know, it actually lightens your life more than anything. Maybe you've seen it. When you do something just to make others better off, expecting nothing back, your heart becomes more open, your thoughts more expansive. There's a kind of happiness that's so different. It's not something you show off to the world, but something you feel in your heart. A real joy from knowing you did the right thing. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The goodness of a deed lies not in its praise, but in its very nature." You see, the Stoic masters understood that the true value of helping others is that it doesn't need recognition. It simply is what it is, an act you choose because you wish good for others. And when you live that way, when you help without expecting anything, without strings attached, people will see it, and respect will come naturally. The truth is, no one easily forgets someone who's always willing to help. You may not be the most prominent person in the room, but you'll be the one people trust and remember because they know you're sincere, not selfish. Helping doesn't mean straining to do something grand. It's those small, heartfelt actions. A kind word, an encouraging smile. These simple things create a stronger impact than all the praise in the world. When you see someone needing help, don't overthink it. Don't worry if they'll appreciate it or not. Just help. And you know what? What you get back is a look of trust, belief, and respect. The feeling that you truly matter. When you live that way, you don't need to try to be recognized. Your kindness will speak for itself in the hearts of others. 2. Living with integrity. Living with integrity sounds familiar, doesn't it? Who doesn't want to live true to themselves, without pretending, without self-deception? But let's be honest, do you think it's easy to do that? Integrity isn't just saying you're honest and expecting people to believe it. No, people will only trust and respect you when they feel it in every word you say, every action you take. Integrity, strangely, is something you can't fake or hide. It just shows in the way you live and how you face yourself. Imagine, if you met someone you could completely trust, how would you feel? Someone whose words carry weight because you know they don't need to lie or boast to impress. Someone you can rely on because they stick to their values, unshaken by fleeting benefits. That's a person with integrity. Integrity is the foundation of respect, as trust and respect go hand in hand. Without trust, respect is just on the surface. And once someone stops trusting you, it's tough to regain that, right? The Stoic philosophers had an interesting remainder. Never lie, even as a joke. It may sound strict, but it holds deep meaning. After all, just one small lie makes it hard to get back to the truth. People will always wonder, is this trustworthy? Integrity builds a clear, reliable image in people's eyes. When they see you always choosing the truth, always keeping your word, they'll not only respect you, but also appreciate your consistency in character. So how can you live with integrity in everyday life? It's not always easy, but every time you face a decision, try asking, can I be proud of this choice? If you choose truth over avoidance, If you're willing to admit mistakes rather than make excuses, integrity will gradually become a part of you. And the respect of others will come naturally, not because you tried to earn it, but because your true self inspired it. You know, integrity is also the greatest gift you can give yourself. Don't just look for respect from others. Integrity also helps you respect yourself. When you're real, you don't have to worry about hiding anything or fear being exposed. Instead, you'll live confidently, strongly, and peacefully. Remember that every choice you make can either build or destroy your image in others' eyes, and most importantly, in your own. So next time you're faced with a tough choice, ask yourself, am I living true to myself? Integrity not only earns you real respect from others, but also allows you to feel proud of yourself. Ultimately, real respect starts from being truthful with others and first of all, with yourself. 3. Self-control. Self-control sounds easy, but when you truly face it, you realize it's one of the toughest challenges in life. Sometimes you feel like reacting instantly, saying things without thinking, or jumping into impulsive decisions just because of temporary emotions. Who hasn't been there? But what makes the difference is the ability to pause, to control yourself, and to choose the right action. And you know, those who can control themselves are respected, not because they're physically strong, but because they know how to master their mind. Think about it here. Would you respect someone who easily gets angry, speaks rudely just because they're upset? Or would you admire someone who can stay calm, who knows when to stay silent and when to speak? Marcus Aurelius, one of the Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have the power to overcome disturbances within and regain calm." That's right. Real strength isn't about imposing on others. It's about knowing how to master yourself. You might wonder, how can I develop self-control? Don't rush to change overnight. Start with small things. Next time you face a situation that annoys you, try taking a few deep breaths and ask yourself, does this reaction reflect my true self? When you practice the habit of asking yourself before you act, you'll see your self-control gradually improve. But don't get it wrong. Self-control doesn't mean suppressing emotions to the point of numbness. It's the skill of recognizing and managing emotions gracefully. When you can feel everything, from anger, sadness to joy, without letting them control your actions, that's true self-control. People will respect you because they see you're not easily swayed by external things, because they see you're steady and reliable. And the benefits of self-control go even further. Not only does it make you calmer and more patient, but it also leaves you feeling satisfied with yourself. You don't have to worry about regrettable actions out of anger or about hurting someone with impulsive words. When you live with control, you live with peace and certainty in every action. So, view self-control as a part of growing up. It's the process of building your own image, a person who's calm, thoughtful, and always steady. And when you live like that, others will naturally respect you. Not because you're perfect, but because you're someone who isn't easily swayed by fleeting emotions. In the end, self-control is a gift that helps you live true to yourself. And that's something worth respecting, don't you think? 4. Gratitude. Have you ever thought that gratitude could actually make people respect you more? It might sound strange, right? But think about it for a moment. Gratitude isn't just a word. It genuinely has the power to change the way others see you. I'm not saying this to lecture you, but rather from real, lived experiences. Do you remember the last time you felt grateful for something in your life? Oh, I'm not talking about big grand things, just the simple stuff. Like a beautiful morning, an encouraging word from a friend, or just a warm cup of coffee in the morning. Those things might seem small, but when you look at them with gratitude, your whole perspective on life shifts. And here's something special too. Others around you will notice that change as well. Why is that? Because when you're grateful, you radiate a positive energy. Others look at you and don't just see someone who's good enough. They see someone who appreciates everything life has to offer. And who wouldn't respect a person like that? Right? Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said something that stayed with me. Every morning when you wake up, remember that life itself is a gift. Have you ever thought that the simple things in your life right now might be the greatest gifts of all? Oh no, don't think gratitude is just lip service. It's an attitude toward life. When you're grateful, you don't just feel lucky. You make others feel valued as well. Think about it. Doesn't it feel good to be around someone who approaches everything with gratitude? Someone who doesn't complain, doesn't ask for too much, but simply appreciates each moment. That's the power of gratitude. It makes others naturally respect you because they see you as someone who's worth admiring and who truly values what they have. So, how do you develop this sense of gratitude? It's not hard. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. Start with the small things. Try taking a moment every morning or evening to think about the things you're truly grateful for that day. Maybe it's a kind word from a loved one, a small but meaningful gesture from a coworker, or even just the fact that you're healthy enough to do the things you love. Don't ever forget that it's the little things that make life so precious. As you build this habit, you'll find not only will you feel more peaceful, but others will notice it too. They'll see you as someone positive, someone who values life. And as you know, when you live that way, respect just naturally follows. Because when you're grateful, you're not only respecting life, you're making others respect you too. So, are you ready? Ready to live with gratitude and let your life grow richer? Start today with the smallest things, and you'll see that others will look at you differently, with admiration and respect. 5. Living in the present. Have you ever deeply understood the value of the present? It's not just about living in the here and now as some empty slogan, but truly immersing yourself in each moment, appreciating what's happening, and realizing that you're not just living, you're earning the genuine respect of others. Sounds a bit lofty, doesn't it? But this is one of those quiet secrets that truly respected people always seem to have. When you live in the present, you become someone who genuinely listens, who truly feels, and that's something everyone appreciates. Imagine, you're talking to someone, and they're completely focused on you, as if you're the center of their world in that moment. No wandering eyes, no phones interrupting, no distracted thoughts, just complete presence. Doesn't that make you feel respected? Of course it does. When you're fully present in every moment of life, people around you feel it, and they can't help but respect you for it. Living in the present also brings you a calmness that's rare. In a world full of chaos, people who live in the present are steady in the face of change. They're not lost in regrets or worries. They understand that the past can't be changed. The future is still distant. And the only moment they truly have is now. People like that have a unique magnetism. When you're not bogged down by what's been or fearful of what might come, you radiate a quiet confidence and peaceful energy that others can't help but admire. So, how do you really live in the present? Don't think it means giving up all your plans or living recklessly. Instead, whenever you feel yourself getting too caught up in thoughts or worries about the future, try bringing yourself back to this moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel the air entering and leaving your body. It's simple, but it works wonders. Practicing this mindfulness regularly will deepen your experience of life, and those around you will notice. Living in the present is the ultimate way to show deep respect for others and yourself. It's a way of living that makes you not just remembered, but truly respected. So, are you ready? Ready to truly live in each moment of your life and to receive the admiration of those around you?